Welcome back to Houston Life. The Houston Underwater Film Festival is making waves once again, celebrating its 5th anniversary. This is a 2-day event that brings together stunning underwater films from around the globe, with 54 films representing 24 countries.
From animation to environmental documentaries, even underwater dance, it is a one-of-a-kind celebration of ocean life and creative storytelling. Joining us now are Craig Beasley, co-chair of the Houston Underwater Film Festival, and Betsy Beasley, co-chair and festival director. They are the husband and wife duo behind the event. Welcome back to Houston Life. I cannot believe it's been an entire year. I like your Houston Underwater Film Festival merch. Your shirts look very, very nice. This year, there's a brand new category, macro, and this focuses on what? The tiniest creatures underwater?
Yeah, it's a new category by itself. Now, in the past years, of course, we have a lot of underwater video that's macro, but we got so much this year that was such outstanding quality, we decided to make its own category, just macro.
Wow. Well, any footage that has gone up that you guys show, we're watching some of this right now.
Macro, yeah.
Some of the macro.
This is unbelievable.
It is incredible. I mean, it literally is breathtaking. I get why you needed the new category. And the ocean for so many of us is something that is, you know, still unexplored, right? So to have this festival in its 5th year, Betsy, how are you feeling about that?
I'm just so excited. It's been a great 5 years, and we're actually thinking about doing a best of HUPs show, because we have 5 years of incredible films that we should put together as a all winners show. So we're thinking about putting that on, which I think would be great. I would love to have it down at Moody Gardens. They've offered to do that, so on their IMAX theater.
Wow. That would be a perfect location for it. Hey, refresh our viewers' memories. How did this festival all begin? Because it seems like, what's the old saying? If you build it, they will come, for Field of Dreams, right? There was a community out there of filmmakers who specialize in underwater imagery. And when this all happened, I mean, were you surprised at how many people came out of the woodwork and said, hey, we have to be part of this?
Only after it was over. You know, we don't know how to fail, so I could tell a long story, but I won't. You know, we're both filmmakers, and so we were entering contests ourselves and traveling to California. There's a very nice film festival in San Diego that we go to. One day on the way back from there on the plane, I said, you know, we could do this ourselves. And she says, yeah, we could. So that was it.
Well, that's not usually it. Derek and I just talked about this. Some people say they want to do something. It's the execution of the actual doing that's where people kind of get jumbled up. And I want people to know a little bit more about you. Betsy, you're a retired psychologist and a retired tennis pro. Okay. Greg, retired musician, mathematician, and geophysicist. You guys are so interesting on your own. Why not throw in, you know, underwater festival creators to that resume?
You got to have the yin and yang, you know? So we're yin and yang already, and then we went even further afield to do something completely different.
I read somewhere that if you're going to retire, you need an activity that you can never finish, and this is one, because the oceans are endless.
Right, right.
Every time you jump in, you see something new.
Well, tell us about this year's crop. Tell us about this year's crop of films.
Well, you know, I feel this way every year. I feel like there's great films, but this year was just so stunning, and I think part of it is people are getting very good at their craft, especially if you think about what it takes to do underwater dance. You don't see any bubbles in there, so those people are holding their breaths, free diving, doing take after take after take. Imagine if you had to do your show underwater and come up for air and then go down for the next little segment. So that's what they're doing. And so when you see that, it's just like really, really impressive that people are so serious about it.
And as Tessa mentioned, screening 54 films this weekend from 29 different countries. 6 of those films, we understand, are from right here in Texas. Let's say viewers out there say, hey, this sounds really cool, but I'm not a filmmaker. The festival is open to everyone to come and enjoy. And you can see by the images we've been showing, the video, it's mesmerizing.
Yes. Well, most people are afraid to go underwater. That's the truth. So this is the only way they're going to be able to see what's actually under the ocean, which is incredibly beautiful, diverse, and so surprising. When you go underwater every day, we spend 3 or 4 hours a day underwater for several weeks when we go on a film trip. And every day you're surprised at what you encounter. You never know what you're going to encounter. So it's just fun.
And every dive is different than the one before, right?
Different. Different location, different underwater topography, different animals. It's yeah.
Well, I think we're so appreciative that you guys are able to share that with those of us who maybe don't want to dive and go all the way underwater, but are curious about ocean life. You guys are really passionate about the oceans. You close each day with a raffle to benefit the festival. Can you tell us about that?
Festival director.
We have this year's raffle has 2 trips to the Philippines we're giving away, a trip to the Flower Gardens, which is the marine park 100 miles off of Houston's coast. It's right here in our backyard. We have dive equipment, art, gift baskets, all kinds of great stuff that we're giving away. So the raffle, people go wild on the raffle because there are so many great prizes, and it pays to put the festival on.
Well, there you go. Tickets, by the way, are $15 per day. We do want to put the info up for our viewers. April 12th and 13th, that is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. Match Houston. The schedule each day is a little bit different. On Saturday, environmental films, art house flicks, and macro. Sunday is animation, dance and free diving, feature length, and also the Made in Texas films. There is a reception, by the way, on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Craig and Betsy Beasley, thanks so much for creating this festival.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Fascinating lives.
Underwater
for hours at a time.
I'm just
no big
impressed.
deal.
I'm so impressed by the whole thing.
It's
the
good
whole
stuff.
Thing.
Hey, by the way, for a link to find tickets, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.